Hi folks, have you seen the videos of all the fucking nasty, evil, vicious fucking people who are getting their just desserts by being sacked from their jobs over their horrible, um, what would you call it, exhibitions after the death of Charlie Kirk, right? I wasn't a top Charlie Kirk supporter. I did support him on a lot of things, you know what I mean? An awful lot of Irish people didn't even know who Charlie Kirk was, you know what I mean? But he was great at debate. I mean, if you came up and you had a question that was, some people tried to call him racist. He wasn't a racist. He was far from a racist. He gave you the truth, the truthful answer, you know what I mean? And because that truthful answer often didn't agree with people's views on blacks and Latinos and things like that, they called him racist. But anyway, they have in America what's called freedom of speech, where if you're a white supremacist in a KKK uniform, you can get up and hold a political rally in the middle of your town, right? Once it's peaceful, once it's a peaceful demonstration, no problem whatsoever. That's called freedom of speech, yeah? Now, these people are saying that because they used their freedom of speech, they got fired. Right, here's the thing. If I'm an employer, I firmly believe in freedom of speech. And then I find out that four of my workmen who work with on construction with me, right? Let's say construction, right? That they're members of the Ku Klux Klan and they go to these meetings. I fire them, right? Not because of their freedom of speech, because of their hate speech, right? And these people were getting fired for their hate speech and for bringing disrespect down on their colleges and their workplaces, etc., right? So that's what they got fired for, not for freedom of speech. What they said was totally above the law, or you wouldn't have seen it on the internet. It was above the law. Yes, you're allowed to say, I'm glad so-and-so was, you know what I mean, unalived, or I'm so glad that CK got it and the thing, you know what I mean? Oh, they went into some graphic fucking detail, singing and laughing as if they'd won the fucking lottery. But I noticed that the average age of them were from about 17 to 23. Ultra woke people, men with beards like mine, but little tiny ribbons in their hair and little sundresses on, who, when are asked, what's the difference? What's a woman? They can never answer. That's one question that they can never answer is what's a woman? But one of the answers they always give is someone who is allowed to use a woman's bathroom. And Charlie was one to say, so if you say, if I put a wig on now and a dress and I say I'm a woman, I should be allowed to use a female child's bathroom. Yes, absolutely. Try that here, pal. You fucking try that in Ireland. I cannot wait for the day when these woke fucking bullshit artists put on their little fucking summer dresses and tie their hair up like Bo Peep and skip along into the fucking female toilets in the ILEC Centre. I tell you this much, they'll never be heard of again. They will never, ever be heard of again. The only way they'll be found if they dig up the fucking sewerage system because they'll be chopped into little fucking pieces. And good enough for them. Good enough for them. There's enough trouble and strife in this world. As I say, I didn't believe in everything Charlie said, but I was a supporter of his. I'm not political, I just happen to like him. Or I happen to think he's very good. I happen to like the way he talked to college children. But all people of voting age, like some of these fucking anti-Kirk come up to him and said, you're picking on children. He said, hang on, he says, what age are you? She says, I'm 18, I'm a minor. He says, yes, but have you got the right to vote? And she said, yes, of course I have the fucking right to vote. And he said, well, that's who I'm here debating. Voters. People who hold the future of this country in their hand, which is you. The next generation coming through. And I'm trying to guide you in the right direction. I'm also trying to make sure that everybody votes, No matter who they vote for, everybody votes. And there's been two deans of university. I think the dean is the main man. I'm not too sure. Something like 8 professors, multiple teachers, multiple fucking students who have destroyed their lives. I don't think they realise how much their lives are destroyed. They think they've got sacked out of one job. One of them is there, well, I have qualifications in this, this, and this. With your background, you'll never get another job again. Unless it's, and I don't mean this in any way degrading people from McDonald's, but unless it's in McDonald's, and even then, they probably won't fucking hire you. And all your years of school behind you to fucking sweep the floor in McDonald's. What you should be made do is to clean out the sewer pipes with your fucking teeth. Because you're an evil, evil, evil fucking person. Oh, I tell you, you just make me fucking sick. Sick. Sick Americans, transgender cunts.